it's Lex. So I wanted to come on here and make a short video. I'm going to be starting a kind of personal project, and I just wanted to come and talk about it because I'll probably be mentioning it in the future. The project I'm starting, I'm going to be calling it Corey's Reading List. It is in honor of one of my best friends, Corey. He passed away about a week ago, so things have been hard for me, to say the least. We had been friends since middle school. I considered him one of my closest friends, so it's just been super hard. I was originally thinking of taking another break, even though I had been gone for about 2 years. Because of the circumstances, obviously it's just been a lot on my plate. Between his death and his funeral, the days leading up, I was working on one of our videos, and helping to edit it and just working on it was a great distraction for me. So I wanted to continue making videos instead of taking a break, just because I'd rather be depressed and have a project to work on than not have a project at all. And this way, I think this would be a good way to honor him and just kind of meditate on him and the things that he loved and the things that we loved, because he was a very important person to me. I'll share the reading list. It's going to be pretty extensive. We've known each other, like I said, since middle school, so there are a lot of books that we talked about between then and now. So it'll be a pretty long list, and also I think I'll probably be grieving his loss for a long time, so it doesn't need to be just a quick reading list. The reading list that I have set up so far is going to be about 75 books, so it'll probably take me a good long while before I finish it. I'll probably even add some more books, just depending on memories that come up, or maybe I'll remember that he mentioned a book or something like that. Like I said, this is a way that I kind of want to grieve him, so it's not gonna be a short and sweet little reading list. It'll probably take a long time, but I kind of prefer that because I just want to meditate on him and, like I said, the things he loved. So I'll talk about the reading list that I have set up so far. I will be reading all of Anne Rice's books. Anne Rice was his favorite author. Since we were teenagers, he loved her books. I don't know a ton about her personally, but I know that she made it very hard for people who wrote fan fiction to post their stories. I understand that she wanted to keep her stories, I guess, protected, but it was more like gatekeeping. After her death, people were finally able to start posting some of their fan fiction. I know she's not maybe the best person, but I know that Corey loved her, so I just wanted to read some of her books. So far, I think I've only read Interview with the Vampire, which I will be rereading because he loved those books. I remember he had sent emails to her when he finished books, and she had actually responded to him twice, and it was so exciting for him. But yeah, I'll be reading all of Anne Rice's books. The next series I'm going to be adding is the Harry Potter list. We all know that J.K. Rowling is not a good person, and I won't be purchasing her books. I've already purchased the Harry Potter series long before she came out as kind of an asshole, so I won't be giving her any more money. But like I said, Corey and I met when we were teenagers, so I just want to reread those again and just think about him. Another series I'm going to be rereading is the Lord of the Rings series. I'll be reading The Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and the Silmarillion. That was a big series that we loved. We talked about Lord of the Rings all the time, the movies, all of it. I'm really sad that he won't be able to see the Amazon series that they're going to be releasing sometime soon. I would have loved his opinion on it. We were very picky about adaptations, so I don't know, he was kind of my buddy that I could complain to about, they changed this from the book or whatever. So that will be that'll be hard to watch without him. I'll also be adding the Hunger Games series. I remember going to see the movies was a very big deal for him. He even like custom made like his own t-shirt with some friends. He was just so excited to go see those movies. He loved the soundtrack. Soundtrack for the movies, I think, is always going to remind me of him. I'll also be reading the series of Unfortunate Events books. Something about Corey is that he did a spot-on Jim Carrey impression. So when a series of Unfortunate Events came out, I don't know, he just like acted like Count Olaf, and I will forever love Jim Carrey as Count Olaf because I just think it's hilarious. Also, I don't know, like it's almost like all the authors that we loved as children came out to be kind of shitty. I don't remember what Lemony Snicket did, but I know he did something kind of shitty. So I also won't be buying any of his books. I'll probably be getting the books from the library, which still does support authors, but I won't be spending any money on the series or putting any more money into Lemony Snicket's pockets or whatever his real name is. I will also be reading The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series. I had never read the series, but I remember him talking about the series when we were in school. I think that was one of the books that, like, if you've ever read like a thriller or just something gritty for the first time and you're a teenager, it's like, wow, this is like my first like adult book series. And I think that's what The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo book series was like for him. So I will be reading that series. I know it's currently being extended by another author, but so far I think I'm just gonna read the books originally by Stieg Larsson. And excuse my pronunciation on that name, I hope I pronounced it correctly. We were also big fans of Howl's Moving Castle, the movie done by Hayao Miyazaki, so I'll be reading the book of that as well. I don't know if he ever read the book, but I just want to bring up some of those memories and just, like I said, like just like meditate on him and our love for that movie. I'll also be reading Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, who is another questionable author. Ender's Game is a great book, but the author is just, not great. So I'll also be checking out that book from the library as well. And I'll be ending this reading list by reading The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson. This was his all-time favorite book. I had read it with him not too long ago. We had like a mini book club and we zoomed together and talked about it. But yeah, I want to save that one for the very, very end because I know that was like his all-time favorite book, or as far as he told me. But yeah, like I don't know, like this unfortunately is not the only person that has passed away even within the last year that was close to me. So I'm just grieving this loss, and since I've been through this before and not too long ago, so I could just be depressed about it and just be sad, which is a totally valid option. You know, in my own personal situation, I would just rather pick up a project, but like for anyone else, if you were grieving someone and you just wanted to be sad, that is totally valid. I think this might be a good way for me to just think about him and think about our friendship and just mourn him, like I said. But yeah, that's my reading list so far. Like, I think I just need a lot of distractions right now. So as a reader, I'm going to just be diving into other worlds and keep wishing that this wasn't my reality. Like I said before, I am trying really hard to just distract myself from things, and coming up this April is the magical Readathon. I think it's called Orilium, hosted by Book Roast and I think some other booktubers. I'll put the link for the video in my bio. You can probably expect some videos from Ivy and I about the magical readathon. I'm really looking forward to it. Ivy and I have already made our characters, and I would love to hear from any of you if you are participating in the magical readathon. It looks like a lot of fun, and it looks like a lot of escapism, which is what I really need right now. Also, before I go, I would love to recommend Ivy's Etsy shop. So Ivy is making these resin bookmarks, and I got mine not too long ago. I just think like they are so cute. The camera isn't really doing it justice, but like it's like a resin bookmark with flowers and glitter, but they're super cute and I love them, and I think you should go and buy one today. I'll have her shop information in the description, so go and check it out. They're really cool bookmarks, and I think she also has, if you don't want a resin bookmark, you can get like a paper bookmark as well. She has some pretty cool designs, so please go check those out. Thank you for watching this video. Check out the description. I'll have our information for where else we are on social media and such. But yeah, have a really good day, and please check up on your friends and let them know that you love them. Bye.